Hey, what is going on, Poké fans? Welcome to Pokemon TCG Center, and another day, another video. And in today's video, we'll be looking at Beheeyem deck. So this is gonna be a very interesting deck that I'm gonna play today. It is a Mysterious Noise Beheeyem deck with that powerful item lock. So with triple acceleration energy, Beheeyem hits for 90 plus locks opponents from playing item cards on their next turn, which is a very powerful thing. In combination with Gummies, Sticky Membrane, and Lillie's Pokédoll, this deck can be very powerful, because if we just decide to retreat on the Lillie's Pokédoll, and if our opponent cannot play Custom Catcher, he won't be able to take a prize card, which is a very powerful thing, plus they won't be able to play item cards as well. With Fion, we can use Whirlpool, Suction, every single turn if we can find, Fion and put it on the bench and activate its ability, and that also makes this deck so strong. Mew is also here for the bench barrier, and then 3 copies of Pidgeotos and Pidgeys for the airmail, draw support, and 1 Ditto, which can basically evolve either way into Pidgeotto or into Beheeyem. So that's for the Pokemon lineup. From the item cards, I'm running 4 copies of Acrobike, extra draw support, 4 copies of Custom Catcher, as well as 1 Great Catcher, so we can have also strong matchup against, some other non-GX decks with the Custom Catcher and Fion play, but against GX decks we can also use Great Catcher in addition as well. For the setup in Pokemon Search, 4 Mysterious Treasure, 4 Communications, and 4 copies of Professor Elm Lecture. In addition to that, I'm also running 4 copies of Pokégear 3.0, so we can much easier find ourselves either way Cynthia or Professor Elm. As attack cards, I'm running 1 copy of Reese's Stamp and 1 copy of U-Turn Board, so we can have that retreat for free for sure every single turn if we cannot attack, just in case. Stadium Decision, 2 Shrines, and 4 copies of Triple Acceleration Energies. This is the deck list that I'm going to place in today's video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already didn't. So yeah, let's do some action so you can see this deck in the gameplay. So see you in the game. Alright, so with the release of some of the latest cards from the Cosmic Eclipse, I decided to update Beheeyem deck and give it a shot. So I guess I'm gonna start with Agami in the active position for now. He might stay for a while in that active position until my opponent managed to knock him out. But yeah, basically it is a Pokemon with that ability, Sticky Membrane, which says that as long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, opponent's attacks costs 1 Colress energy more, meaning that technically Giratina will need to add, let's say, extra energy in order to use Shadow Impact. So we might see that Stellar Wish after energy retreat payment on the Inkay. And it is for Viridian Forest. Alright, so we all know that Shrine of Punishment will be completely useless in this matchup. But still, I guess I can just counter my opponent in Viridian Forest Stadium, which I will do for sure. Alright, so first things first, let's go with Professor Elm Lecture, and let's grab 2 Pidgeys, so we can put them on the bench. Turn 2, I can always go with another Professor Elm's Lecture. So let's see what we can find with the Acrobike. Pokégear 3.0, not need that card at this moment. Later I'm gonna definitely need Communication. And for now, that's literally all we can do. Good thing is that my opponent won't be able to attack at the turn 2, which will allow me to get at least 1 more turn for extra setup. And I'm even thinking about just putting another Professor Elm Lecture in fire and grabbing myself 2 Pidgeotos and 1 extra Pidgey, which seems to be a reasonable option. But I might even consider about grabbing another Gami. I didn't even pay attention if he is available in my deck or not. So there is a Malamar with Psychic Recharge, and energy goes down to Giratina. Distortion Door and Stellar Wish. Okay, into the switch. He won't need switch for sure. Oh, he actually decided to discard switch. That's very interesting. For second Malamar. So second Malamar just came into play, and there's no energies in the discard pile. However, there is a Blacephalon with the Firework Bombs. Yeah, this might be a tricky thing. With 12 damage counter placement. Should be enough for 2 PG autos. So my main focus are going to be those Malamars. As long as I have Gami, I don't need to worry as long as I can knock the Malamars out. And luckily, I'm running 4 copies of Custom Catcher in my deck. So with 4 copies of Custom Catchers available, I can easily knock 2 of them out if everything goes under the plan. For sure, we're just going to counter the stadium, and let's go with Professor M Lecture. And additionally, what I'm going to grab myself here will be another Pidgey. Yeah, for sure, we can go with another Pidgey. Okay, but will I put him in play? All depends on airmails. Let's first see what I can find with the airmails. Another Beheeyem sounds like a plan. So for this turn, I also won't be able to deal any damage to my opponent, but there is loose Pokédoll. Alright, that's actually not that bad. I'm expecting to be knocked out, so I'm gonna definitely put another Pidgey on the bench and pass the turn. Hopefully my opponent can find 2 more energies on that Giratina for the Shadow Impact and for the knockout. And third Malamar just hits the ground. And there's a skateboard as well. Alright. I might consider taking one Absol in the deck as well. But with so many switch cards being played in many decks, I'm actually not sure if it's worth to just clunk the bench space with it. So for now, I'm just gonna need to think about that. Alright, Mysterious Treasure for second Giratina. I don't even need to mention, yeah, 4 energies, and that should be enough for the knockout. Alright, so that's the Shadow Impact. Alright, so that was the first knockout in the game. 4 damage counters goes to Giratina, which is, in my opinion, pretty bad thing. Let's be honest. There's Fion. Alright, I'm gonna definitely use that into my favor. So I can force my opponent to promote something else to the active position, so I can Mysterious Noise technically for the knockout. Any of my opponent's Pokemons almost will be knocked out. Expect that Blacephalon because of the weakness. I can't even believe in that. It's weak on the darkness. Alright, at least I can remove my opponent's Stadium, get the triple acceleration in play, use the airmail. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely grab myself Elgin. I'm gonna need to find a way to discard that Great Catcher. I can definitely do that. Oh my gosh, I didn't use another Pidgeotto. Well, never mind for that. Let's go with Lillie's Pokédoll to the active position. So my opponent cannot play item cards, meaning that he won't be able to switch his Blacephalon, and that is a very important thing. He is already 1 prize ahead anyways. We got another Elgin. Alright, that works fine. I'm gonna attach triple acceleration energy, And then I'm gonna play Cynthia first. All right, Cynthia first. Okay, let's see, 2 airmails. Well, Theo, that works good. Let's just discard Lillie's Pokédoll into the Beheeyem. And I can use another airmail. Custom catcher. Gonna use that communication rather. And I'm gonna trade Ditto into my deck for 3rd Pidgeotto. So I can have 3 Pidgeottos in play. An extra airmail can be used as well. Gami. We don't need him at this moment, plus he can be knocked out as well. So I'm just gonna put that Fiona on the bench, but for now, I'm just gonna Mysterious Noise my opponent for the knockout. Alright, and something needs to be promoted in the active position and something with the oh, he decided to put the damage on Fiona. That's interesting. Let's go with a Pidgeotto for now. Actually, I shouldn't put Fiona on the bench, but if I decided to put either way Lillie's Pokédoll or Elgyem, it would be knocked out anyways. So 1 Pidgeotto needs to be knocked out anyways. After he knocks the Pidgeotto out, I'm gonna definitely try to use that Fiona's ability in order to technically try to knock something else from play. But yeah, for sure that 3rd Pidgeotto actually makes a problem on my bench space. Oh, he will put 3 damage counters on Fiona with the Psy Drive. Oh, that's the very interesting turn here, definitely. I didn't expect that. I didn't definitely expect that. Let's go with a Lillie's Pokédoll in play, and 1 Cynthia should be used as well. Alright, so we have U-turn board as well as communication for Elgyem. And this should be for Beheeyem. Alright, there we go. Everything goes under the plan, at least for now. I can also use 3 airmails as well, so why not to use them if we can, right? So Mysterious Treasure for Elm into another Elgyem. Actually Beheeyem. But I can't play him right now, Cynthia. Alright, for the following turn. Let's retreat and let's use another airmail into the custom catcher. I'm gonna try to find another one. So yeah, he was definitely clever with that play where he decided to knock my Fiona out. That was definitely very smart decision from my opponent's side of the field. Yeah, still he is in under the item lock, and I can still grab another custom catcher, which I will definitely try to do. I will definitely try to find another custom catcher, or maybe not. I mean, it all depends on the top deck. I can still use 3 Pidgeottos, but the problem with the Pidgeotto play is if I decided to use all of them, that might not be a good thing, because I might find myself a custom catcher, but I might miss with Cynthia play triple acceleration energy. So it is definitely a tricky play to do. So I think I'm actually just gonna go with Cynthia now, because I can then get a greater chance to find all cards that I actually need. And I even think I should just go to tin my deck as much as I can for now. Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna need 1 Lillie Pokédoll for sure. And I'm gonna use another airmail. There is a custom catcher. Can I find another extra custom catcher here? Let's see. There is the acrobike, so still there's a chance for that. Still there is a chance for that. Acrobike, nope, just for the Mew. And for another Lillie Pokédoll. So I'm gonna definitely put Lillie's Pokédoll in play. And the only thing I can do is just retreat and hit with Mysterious Noise for the knockout. So I'm one prize ahead of my opponent. And I'm gonna put my Lillie's Pokédoll into the active position if my opponent decided, he decided not to apply pressure. Alright, so I'm gonna probably see 2 copies of Giratinas being played from the discard pile to the bench. And with that being said, that Elgyem will be knocked out for sure. If my opponent do that, he can be in a very comfortable position. But if he missed to do that, then I can definitely use my... Alright, so there is the first Giratina, so he needs to put another one in the discard pile somehow. But the problem is that he won't be able to play trainer item cards. And without being able to play item cards, he won't be able to put another Giratina in a discard pile. So he needs a Viridian Forest, technically, in order to use that Distortion Door. But he already played 3 Viridian Forest, so I highly doubt about that. I don't think he will be able to do it. It is just hard, in my opinion. In my eyes, he won't be able to do it. Maybe if he plays 4 Viridian Forests, but I just don't think about that. He even decided to add another energy to Giratina right now, just in case of the Reset Stamp. So we're also going to try to find the Reset Stamp later in the game. But as long as Jirachi is here, you don't need to worry about it. One thing is for sure, he cannot play trainer cards like item cards. He can play trainer cards for sure by only supporter cards. So Shadow Impact for no price card. And that's where the advantage is being made. And again, he plays 4 damage counters in Giratina, and in my opinion, that is just huge, horrible mistake. Alright. So what are we gonna do here? We're just gonna put another Lillie Pokédoll in play. And then we're gonna go with the Acrobike into that triple acceleration energy. At this point, I don't need too many things. Just the airmail for another Beheeyem. So I'm just wondering why he decided to place damage counters in Giratina. Because right now he is in the range of the knockout. Well, I guess my opponent knows the best. Airmail for the Great Catcher. I wish I can do something with the Great Catcher, but unfortunately I cannot. So yeah, I'm gonna play both custom catchers, and I will try to... I'm hitting for 90, so at least I can knock one of those Melamars out. So why not if I can? So I'm down to like 2 prize cards right now. Well, this Pokédoll should be promoted in the active position. Moving down to 2. There's the Reset Stamp, there we go. So after this turn, after my opponent knocks the Lillie's Pokédoll out, I can use the Reset Stamp. And he managed to find himself another copy of Melamar, and there is another Jirachi as well. So even if I decided to knock Jirachi out, he would just put another one in play. Giratina was not a huge threat anyways. That was the reason why I decided to knock the Melamar out. Alright, so I'm in a huge advantage right there. I have like 2 prize advantage over my opponent at this moment. And I even top deck another Elgyem, which is the almost all I really need. I'm gonna get rid of the Reset Stamp so I can thin my hand as much as possible. Also looking forward to attach triple acceleration. Use 3 airmails, definitely for the triple acceleration for the following turn. Then another airmail for Lillie's Pokédoll. That's all we really need. I'm gonna put Lillie Pokédoll in play. Gonna use 3rd and last airmail for this turn, and there is Mysterious Treasure, which I'm gonna use for the following turn. Before I even do that, I'm gonna get rid of the Great Catcher just in case of the Reese's Temple play, and all I really need to do at this moment is just use Mysterious Noise, knock the Giratina out, put another Lillie's Pokédoll in the active position, wait for my opponent to knock it out, and just, you know, try to find a pair of the custom catchers for the knockout against one of those Melamars or Jirachis on the bench in order to win the game. Alright, so that's pretty much another Stellar Wish for the Lillie. And I definitely fell in love with this deck like maybe half a year ago when this card was being released. By the way, the release of the Lillie's Pokédoll, this deck is even stronger and stronger and even better and better. So technically speaking, my opponent could win this game if he plays Ultra Necrozma GX, for example, and that Ultra Necrozma GX deck, even SPDoxy, would win him a game easily in this situation. That was definitely a tough battle. In the early stage of the game, my opponent was in a better position than I was. But then later, I managed to catch him up and actually close the game. Alright, I don't know why I didn't play that communication. I really have no clue about it. But right now, I'm gonna definitely use it into my Elgin play. And do we have two custom catchers? Yes, the answer is yes. And he definitely finally realized that he was making mistakes using those distortion doors and actually damage from Giratina onto the Giratina by itself. And yeah, there we go. So that is the GG, my friends. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about this deck list. Have a nice time until the next time as well, and we'll definitely see you in the next video. So have a nice day and goodbye.